Almost 30 years ago, Noam Chomsky, a famous intellectual, wrote about manipulation strategies used by the media. A lot of time has passed since then, and the media has evolved tremendously. Today, we have the internet, Twitter, Facebook, and many other media sources that influence us. Unfortunately, that influence isn't always a positive one. You don't want to let the media fool you, do you?
Example 0.
In order to shape a certain opinion, you can publish materials on the topic bit by bit. This strategy is used to form an image of a person, a product, or an event. For example, only certain food brands are mentioned in media sources from different countries. The most notable example of using the media for promotion was probably the popularization of smoking in the middle of the 20th century. For years, ever-changing techniques were used to make cigarettes a social sensation. Some developments and phenomena are way more revolutionary than smoking tobacco. New socio-economic conditions, for example, can cause riots if you just hit the public with them all at once. When you introduce them gradually, they seem much less disastrous. Number 1. You can't notice the important stuff among an overwhelmingly vast sea of smaller, less significant stories. The idea of this strategy is to keep your mind busy with petty things and leave no room for contemplation of real social problems. The internet only exacerbates this problem. We constantly switch our attention to funny pictures and jokes. Admit it. When scrolling through your newsfeed, you're more likely to stop and click on a picture of a cute kitten than the one showing devastation caused by war. Number 2. The point of this strategy is to make people blame themselves for local and global problems. People blame themselves for war started by governments, not themselves. In 2014, a photo of a boy lying between his parents' graves went viral. The image was presented as taken from a war-torn region when, in fact, it was part of a project that was dedicated to love for relatives. The photographer was shocked by the way it was twisted in the media. The only way to fight this is to stay objective even when you're exposed to something that makes you feel emotional and guilty. You personally are not the real cause of war or starvation anywhere in the world, and those who really are simply want you to believe it so that they can have a scapegoat for their evil actions. Number 3. Some advertisements use language, arguments, symbols, and intonations that would be better fit for speaking with children. Such communication make people less critical. Brands use the imperative form, and they target your core feelings and impulses. They'll play your favorite childhood tune, make a plain joke, and smile at you like your grandma does. They keep you from considering what the product is actually made of or the potential use of it for you. Buy it, try it, love it. The media has that patronizing tone and underlying message they know more than we simpletons do. Number 4. News and emotions always go hand in hand, and there's nothing good about it. Hyped up emotions don't let you perceive facts critically and objectively because they block the rational part of your mind. This often leads to a distortion of reality, which leads to a well-known information warfare. When we see people at a rally in a still image or in a video with dubbed-over narration, it's hard to tell if the protesters are really for or against something or someone. This is really beneficial to politicians. Number 5. The media is totally content in showing people that it's cool to be stupid, vulgar, and rude. This is why we have so many TV shows, sitcoms, movies with sequels and prequels, tabloids, and so on. What would you rather watch after a hard day's work? An analytical piece focusing on the complexities of the current political system in Tajikistan? Or The Big Bang Theory? Most people would prefer the second option, And we don't really blame them, even if you watch it for the 12th time. We all need some rest and laughter from time to time. However, it's not okay when mind-numbing sitcoms and TV shows become the only thing you watch. Number 6. To convince people to make hard or unpopular decisions, the media can present them as painful but absolutely necessary. But then they tell people that these decisions need to be made tomorrow, not today. Future sacrifices are easier than ones you need to make in the moment. Imagine this. You learn from the news that an income tax increase is inevitable. Your first reaction is, "Oh no, not again." But then you find out it'll only take effect in 2 years. So then, the news suddenly seems much less relevant to you. Other examples include independence referendums or dictatorships in developing countries based on propaganda and authoritarianism. Number 7. The media tries to know everything about everyone, but they often cross the line. In 2005, the British tabloid News of the World was caught wiretapping celebrities, politicians, and even members of the royal family. The information that was received in this unethical way was used to write exclusive articles that gained a lot of readers. The ensuing lawsuits from celebrities and ordinary people resulted in the closing of the tabloid, which had to pay huge amounts of compensation. It's not only technology that helps the media spy on and manipulate people. Sciences like biology, neurobiology, and applied psychology help media experts get an understanding of the human mind deep enough to control them.